Saturday baseball on the show. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the New York Yankees. And towing the slab here, Ryan Weathers. What do you got on him, Chris?
A power pitcher that is going to pitch aggressively with the fastball. His fastball velocity ranks near the top in the league. Will also throw the slider, but if you're a hitter, be ready for the fastball. You're going to see a few of them during your at-bat.
Just about ready to roll. Gunnar Henderson getting ready to hit.
Number 2, Gunnar Henderson.
This one in the air, center field. Grisham under this one. One away. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. And Chris, this group has been struggling to put up runs lately.
Well, they haven't been on base a ton, and even when they are, they haven't been hitting very well with the runners on base. So they need a player or two to really step up, have some quality at bats, hit according to the situation, and sort of break out of this. I think if they do, the rest of this lineup will follow.
A little bit
ball,
high.
that's upstairs.
Ball 1. That one found hard the other way.
Ball 2.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here in the Bronx, just getting settled into this one. Inside, almost got him. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, getting a good look at the pitcher here in the first inning isn't a bad thing. I know he struck out, but you can live with that as long as the other hitters in this lineup can learn something from it.
Two down, base is empty. Here's Adley Rutschman.
Ball.
The 1-0. On the ground to the left. Fair ball. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Definitely found a perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field. You're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
The lefty, the 1-0. And that one pulled foul. Line drive. And that is that. So one hit is all they get. On to the bottom of the first. No score. We go to the bottom of the first, and getting the start for Baltimore, Kyle Bradish. And Chris, he's a guy that gets better when things get tough.
Yeah, his batting average against is actually better when he's in a jam. So we'll see if he continues to dance his way out of danger.
Paul Goldschmidt stepping in now for the Yankees.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Hey!
The 1-2. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. That one is foul, and he'll see another. 2-2 now. That's
Ball.
down and in. Ground ball right side. Alonso takes it to the bag. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Batting second.
All right, let's take a look at the lineup.
22.
With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Ball.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Taveras takes it in for the out. 2 away now.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
Here is Aaron Judge. Put that 600 slugging into context. The league average usually in the low 400s.
Hey!
Rare location right there, right down the middle. This guy paints the edges. I'm not sure if you're going to see that pitch again as a hitter.
Nope, that's down.
And now he's fallen behind Judge. That one misses.
Inside.
Ball 3. Cody Bellinger waiting to hit for the Yankees. Two down, nobody on, and a foul ball. Three-two. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. We played an inning, no score. Back here in New York, now the Orioles catcher, Samuel Basallo. Pitch misses
that pitch is
outside.
out.
Ball 1.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Ed Drummond, our umpire behind the plate in this one.
Yeah, Boog, he's a really fair umpire, both the pitchers and the hitters. So standard strike zone, he's consistent with it. And the great thing is you don't see players questioning the calls too much. So that's a good thing in this day and age.
Ah!
Fought off foul. 2-2. Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball. And a good start to the inning.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 12, Dylan Weaver.
No score here in the second. Spins the plate, and it's 0-2.
Absolutely frozen on that heater right down the middle, and that's a pitch you're just not getting back. Now he's in a tough spot, especially after falling behind on a good first pitch.
Nope, outside.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. The high heat, too much on that one.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Runner on the go. This ball's chopped on the ground. Tosses to first. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Mayo.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Mayo.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Man at second. And there's a strike to the outside corner.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. And it's off the wall. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Tap foul at the plate. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Headed for the plate. And they lead by 2. And in at second with an RBI double.
Well done. Drives in the run. So much of good hitting is finding holes in the defense. That's why you're always thinking line drive into the gap. Those kinds of swings really boost your confidence.
So runner at second, 2 down. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a foul out of play. Man on second, 2 down. Now 1-1. Into the outfield, base hit. Coming home. In comes the run from second. Fires to second too late, and he's got a double.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent bat control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Swing and a miss.
Wow, good luck catching up to that one.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the top of the second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Pitch misses, and a full count now. And ball
That's a
forward
ball.
to a board.
Take your base.
So close to getting out of it right there, but this inning still has life.
First and second, 2 outs. Adley Rutschman now at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
There was a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
2 on, 2 outs.
Ball, that's out.
Laboring here. About to throw his 30th pitch of the inning. That's towards center. Grisham on the move. And that'll do it. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. Down to the bottom of the second. It's the Orioles 3 and the Yankees nothing. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back now in the Bronx. Bottom half of inning number 2. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-1. To the right side, Rutschman. Handles, throws to first. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Ahmed Rosario.
Ball 1.
On the ground, right side, into the outfield, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Batting sixth, the second baseman,
Jazz Chisholm Jr. now. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's got a chance. And caught on the warning track.
batting seventh, the shortstop, Este Caballero.
Up the middle. Play made, that ends the inning. The Yanks lead one. They trail in this one 3-0. New inning getting started. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. This is a guy that they are counting on to deliver, and early on this season it's been a struggle. Ryan Weathers will get back to work. That one fouled off. Bottom line, his resume says he's a good hitter, just has not gotten off to a very good start. And you got to figure, regress to the mean, water finds its level, all those sayings, that he will end up having a good year.
Ball two.
Well, I'll tell you this, nobody on his team is worried about it. They've seen him do it year in and year out. May get off to a slow start, may have a slow mid, but when the game's on the line, when the season's on the line, he's the guy they want at the plate.
3-1 is on the way. Swinging a foul straight back. Payoff pitch. And it goes just foul. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
In there at the knees.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game. A couple of hits in a row for him here. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
First and second, no outs. Dylan Beavers, the next to hit for the Orioles. Hit weakly on the ground. Rice. 1 at second. Throw to first.
No, he's safe.
So those numbers I just mentioned tell me they've been really smart at the plate. They're feasting on the healthy stuff and avoiding the jump. Kind of sounds like your diet, Boo. In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
Ball, that's
Activity in
inside.
the bullpen for the Yankees. Jake Bird, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Hedrick also getting ready.
There's a strike. Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Runners at the corners, 1 away. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a bouncer. And
nope, that's foul.
Foul ball. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. He goes down looking.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while. Didn't pull the trigger. Not how you want to go down in an RBI spot, so now you got to hope your teammate behind you can pick you up.
And next is the designated hitter, Mayo. He doubled home a run in his first AB.
Ball 1.
Two on, 2 outs. Right through there for a strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
That's a base hit. Run scores. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away.
Picks himself up an RBI. You can't do much better than that on a pitch that far outside of the strike zone. Got him to chase on the 2-strike count, but he wasn't fooled. He hit that ball really well.
Close
Nope.
one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. That's
Ball
a little
two.
bit low. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. It just shaved his zone. They'll keep both their challenges. The 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
Man, that was pretty gross right there.
Caballero. They get the force. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 4-0 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Set for the bottom of the third, and stepping in for the Yankees, Austin Wells.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That's a ball.
This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Here we go, Austin.
One, two now. Good job to fight that one off. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Got him. One away on the strikeout.
Kind of muffed that strikeout pitch right there. I'm not sure if he got crossed up or tied up, but either way, good composure to recover and finish the out at first. That's a play you could easily panicked on and throw into right field.
Here we go, Trent.
That's a ball.
The 1-0. He swings and fouls one off. The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. And a seed into center. That's a base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Up next for the Yankees.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. He's 0 for 1.
Goldschmidt.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Man at first, one away.
Ball one.
Let's go, base hit.
The 1-1. This one in the air, center field. Taveras should have this one. 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the first baseman, number 22, Dan Wright.
Grisham off of first with 2 away. right down the chute. 0-2 now.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 0-2.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Struck him out without a swing. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful. One left for the Yankees. They trail it here 4-0.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Yankees.
back, and now on the mound to start the
59.
4th, Jake Bird. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson.
Come on, James, you can do it.
And base hit. And a man aboard.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Grounded to third, could be 2.
Up next for the Orioles, the second baseman, Adley Rutschman.
First and second, no outs. Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 2. First pitch, and he has to get out of the way. The Orioles trying to break this one open. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground to first, Rice. There's one.
You're out.
Not in time at first.
He's good.
It's a fielder's choice.
Up next for the Orioles, the first baseman, number 25, Pete Alonso.
Ball 1, no strikes. And another
Yep, that ball went out.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
2 on, 1 out. And there's a foul ball. The 2-1. That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter up, runner in scoring position, he's got to
Ball
find a
4.
way to throw a
Take your
quality
bait.
strike.
Up next for the
Catcher
Orioles,
challenge. We'll take another look. And the call stands. It was indeed a ball. So they'll lose their first challenge. Now at the plate, Samuel Basallo. He's 2 for 2. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And now the 0-1. Just
Nope. Ball
missed.
1.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Bellinger under it. Brings it in. Runner tags from third. Save! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me, and I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Now pitching for the
New pitcher for the Yankees,
Number
Ryan
33.
Yarbrough. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters.
That's a ball.
First and second, 2 down. That was the
Ball.
sweeper, but it missed.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
The next
That's
pitch
ball
misses. 3 balls, no strikes. And that's in there at the knees.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
That catches the zone for a strike. Full count now. Beavers thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. So the call will stand. That knocks them down to 1 challenge left. Two on, 2 outs. And that'll
Ball
load the
4.
bases.
First base.
You get a walk, and you get a walk. Everyone gets a walk, Boog.
Here's Leody Taveras, a switch hitter batting right.
Tough situation right here. So important as a pitcher to get ahead in the count as he did right there.
Rutschman at third. Alonso at second. Beavers on at first with 2 down. Battling here as he fouls it away. Liner snagged at first. So they get 1, but end up leaving the bases loaded. To the bottom of inning number 4 now. It's the Orioles 5 and the Yankees nothing. Bottom 4 and stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
You know, these Yankees just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations.
Hey.
That's been true again today.
That's ball 2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Stays alive. The 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Up next for the Yankees, The left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
Foul ball there. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. The Orioles leading by 5. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 1-2. Swings and misses. 2 out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Single to right at his first trip.
Rosario.
That ball's
And
foul.
foul ball.
Let's go, Yankees.
Ball
Nope.
1 there.
Outside.
Next
Ball,
one is
that's
off the
outside.
play. And it's 2-1. That clips the inside corner for a strike. That one
Whoa,
in the dirt,
that's down.
and it's 3-2. Line to right center field. That's a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
He made that look easy, keeping his bat in the zone on plane for a long time. That leads to a high contact rate and more barrels, Boo. Even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Aye.
Now the 0-1. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. The Yanks lead 1. Still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back in New York, here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Mayo.
You know, these Orioles putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
The 1-1.
Nope.
And that
Ball,
one
that's
just
out.
missed off the outside edge.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
On the ground, 2 ball. To second for 1. Over to first, but he beats it.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Gunnar.
So back to the top of the order. Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner in the center. Well, strike 1 is so critical in a bat like this with a real threat at the plate looking to do damage.
Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. 0-2 now. That one kicks away from the catcher. Alexander into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Swing and a miss. Got him to go up the ladder for the K.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Line drive, base hit. Alexander around third. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead.
Up next for the Orioles.
Man at first, Adley Rutschman will hit next. 1 for 3.
Ball 1.
And the 1-0.
Hey!
This guy's seen 2 changeups in a row. Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
The 1-2.
Ball 2.
Ground ball up the middle. Chisholm. They take the force out, and that is the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Orioles 6 and the Yankees nothing. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back at Yankee Stadium, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Jose Caballero stepping in now for the Yankees. In for a strike. Good slider. First signs of movement in that bullpen out there. Keegan Aiken, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. On the ground, Henderson on the run, sends it over to first, and they get the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
They've got a potent lineup, and when you think about teams capable of rallying from this kind of deficit, they're right at the top of the list. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
And that one missing inside, a sharp slider.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
The 3-1. And that one fouled off. The Yanks with a lot of ground to make up. Last half of inning number 5. Got him swinging for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7.
The center fielder, number 12.
So the batter now will be Trent Grisham. Picked up a base hit to center his first time up. Foul ball.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
That one misses, and the count is 1-1. Two down, nobody on, and now 1-2.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
Nope. Inside. Ball 2.
And a breaking ball
that's
misses
just out.
outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down looking. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Welcome back. A few highlights to help tell the story of the game. Next to hit, Pete Alonso.
Orioles, the first baseman, number 25, Pete Alonso.
Here we go, Yanks.
Ripped to short. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Orioles, the catcher, Samuel Basallo.
Let's go, Yankees.
That one fouled off. And the lefty with the 0-1.
Ball. That's out.
The Orioles up big in this one, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Late with the swing there.
Ball 2.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Next
That's ball
offering
3.
misses. 3-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Here comes a 3-2. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Orioles, the right fielder.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Ryan Yarbrough done for the afternoon. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
New
Yankees,
pitcher coming on, the veteran
Number
Tim
41.
Hill. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Hill.
Dylan Beavers, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Misses
Ball inside.
inside. Now 1-2. Good job to fight that one off.
Nope. That's inside.
Misses
Ball.
inside.
That's inside.
And the count is filled up.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
And a payoff pitch. This to third. Rosario. On to first. And that is that. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. But they're on top by a count of 6-0.
Now pitching for the
Back
Orioles,
now for the bottom of the sixth. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Keegan Aiken.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called
Leading
upon
off
with big
for the
leads
Yankees,
because
the
it just doesn't have the
designated
same
hitter,
intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
On the line, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Next for the Yankees, the first baseman.
And next for New York, Ben Rice. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
Goldie aboard here at first with nobody out. That one ripped, but foul.
Ball, that's
Off
up
that
there.
fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
In the air, left field. And he makes the catch.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Hey!
That misses
Ball.
the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Aiken measures 6 feet even, 30 years old now, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016.
That's ball 2.
That's
Ball
too low.
3.
Ball 3. And that's a fair ball. Goldschmidt makes the turn at second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder.
Here's Cody Bellinger. He's been a
Bellinger.
great free agent sign. Hammered down the right side, but foul. The Yankees with a chance to get back into it here in the bottom of the 6th.
Ball.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and
Ball
third.
3.
That one missed. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Henderson tossed to second. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning. We're through 6 full. It's the Orioles 6 and the Yankees nothing. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was
Outside, that's a
pretty
ball.
average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
Check swing called strike. That's strike 1. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
It's a fit. Your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too?
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 0-1. Ground ball to the right side, and that chance handled. Off balance feed. There's one.
No, he's in.
On to first, save. So they get one, but a really nice try there.
Alexander.
1 out, man at first. And next for the Orioles, Blaze Alexander. Fouled off left side.
That's a
Slider
ball.
down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
Out towards right center field. And it falls. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Out towards left center. Bellinger has a beat on it. And makes the grab. Runner tags for home. Just ahead of the
He
throw.
got it.
He
Safe.
scores. It's 7-0.
Next for the Orioles, the left fielder, number 3, Taylor Ward.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Tim Hill done for the day, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for the
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees,
Number
Brent
47.
Hedrick.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward.
Really nice swing in his last at bat. Shot a line drive into center field.
Fly ball down the line.
No,
And that's a
foul.
foul ball.
All over the first pitch fastball right there, but just a little bit out front. Got to let it travel just a bit more.
Ball one.
The Orioles up big in this one here in the top half of inning number 7.
Nope.
The next
Ball
offering
3.
misses. 3-1 now. Foul ball there.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
He gets there with the slide to first. And that's a nice play to end the inning. So they pick up a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Orioles 7 and the Yankees nothing. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx, bottom of the 7th, Ahmed Rosario stepping in now for the Yankees. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. 0-1 down. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Missed
Ball
with a
2.
changeup, and the count is 2-2.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Nope. That's a ball.
When the leadoff man gets on, you want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The 1-0. Now fly ball to right center. Taveras gets under it. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Jose.
And up next for New York, Jose Caballero. He's grounded out a couple of times. Jackknifes out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
The lefty, the 1-0. And it's fouled away. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Up the middle, dive, and he's got it. The flip, there's one. What
He's
a
out.
double play that was. Inning over. This one pretty well decided at this point. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Orioles 7 and the Yankees nothing. Back in the Bronx, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field.
Going wide.
movement in the Yankees pen. Camilo Doval getting loose out there.
That's a ball.
And he hits a ground ball right side. A dive. Nice stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, he makes a great decision to go ahead and dive to stop that ball. Nice little flip to the pitcher covering. Those are those PFPs, pitchers fielding plays.
Right there for a strike. Oh, 1 now. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 0-2 now. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Sit down on strikes. He's got to be frustrated with that call. Alonso wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge, and that one just barely missed. The call is overturned, so they get to hang on to their second challenge. Fights it off. He'll see another. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Swings through it for the K. He battled for a long time. All right, first pitch coming up. Gunnar Henderson digs in now. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. The throw to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. Not a whole lot going their way offensively the last few games, Chris.
Yeah, Boog, and that can put more pressure on the pitching staff to try to limit the opponent to just 1 or 2 runs a game, knowing that their offense is not scoring right now. And that never really works well because you try to be too fine and you end up giving up a lot of runs. So we'll see if everybody can just relax, bring things together, and perform at a level that they're capable of. He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Here comes the 0-1. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
This one in the air, right field. And there's 2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Third, the second baseman, Adley.
Here's Adley Rutschman, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. Hey!
That's a ball.
Weathers, 26 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. Here's a high chopper. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Today's starting pitcher, Kyle Bradish. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
0-1. And that drops in for a strike. Stays alive. Tap back to the mound. Throws to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. Not the highest team batting average for this squad. They're down towards the bottom of the league in total hits, and Singy, because of that, they don't score a ton.
Yeah, and Boog, I'm looking for a little better performance out of them today. I mean, if they're going to be dangerous, if they're going to be able to create scoring opportunities, they're going to have to start making some individual adjustments. A lot of players in this lineup probably aren't happy with how they've hit the ball so far. So today's a chance to get something going.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And a couple of quick outs.
Batting third, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
2 down, bases empty. Aaron Judge at the plate.
Let's go, Aaron.
And a slider in there for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
2 down, nobody on. Judge over the top.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Tap to first. Alonso throws to first in time. Judge out on the play. And the Yanks go quietly. Scoreless after 1. Back at Yankee Stadium, so now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso.
Alonso.
Hey!
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
What do you
Tries
got?
to hold up, appeal to first, no swing. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Got him swinging.
The catcher,
That one catches the zone, and it's 0-1. Fought off foul. And the 0-2.
Did he go?
Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Nope, he held back. And now it's 1-2.
Ball upstairs.
Second inning here, no score. Outside
Ball 3.
low. And now 3-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 12, Dylan Beaver.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the rookie right fielder, Dylan Beavers. And that
That's
one
outside.
just misses. A ball and no strikes. On the ground to first, Rice. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in New York, bottom of the inning. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees.
Bellinger.
Hey!
Check swing. He held up. And the count even 1-1.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
Here's a 1-1. On the ground right side. Rutschman fires over to first. That's 1 out, the bottom of the second.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Ahmed Rosario.
Hey!
And
Ball,
misses
that's in.
inside. Clyde Washington doing the umpiring behind the dish in this one. Sometimes considered a bit of a pitcher's umpire, Singy.
He likes the low ball, which traditionally favors pitching. But, you know, hitters today are pretty good at dropping their barrel down. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
In the air to left center, Tavares. Under it. 2 down.
Batting sixth, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm.
Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. And a big swing and a miss.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Ball.
High fly ball down the left field line. Carrying well. And that one becomes property of the beast. He sends one out the opposite way. The Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Hey!
The 0-1. And it's fouled off. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And the inning is over. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. It's an early 1-0 lead. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back in New York, all set for the start of the inning. Here's Leody Taveras. Weathers back to work. Fouled off. He was late. Yo one. Swing and a ball popped in the air. One down.
Mayo.
This one in the air, center field. Grisham settles underneath it. He's got it. And there are 2 outs.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, Blaze.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Blaze Alexander. That's
Ball,
off
that's
the mark,
outside.
and that's ball 1.
Nope, that's inside.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. 9 straight retired here to start the game. Back after this on the show. As we go to the last of the third. Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells. And a foul ball.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
That's off the inside corner. And a count 2-1. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Swinging a foul straight back. Wells on at first, nobody out. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. And there's one down.
Up next for the Yankees, the designated hitter, Paul Goldschmidt.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Goldie steps into the box. Grounded out his first time up.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
And a swing and a miss. Now 2 out.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Taveras moving under it. And that ends the inning. 1 left for the Yankees, but they lead it 1-0. As we go to the top of the 4th, here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson. Close, but called a ball, and it's 1-0.
Hey!
The 1-1 is fouled off. The wind, the kick, and the 1-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
Number 3, Taylor Ward.
That clips the zone. Strike 1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Down.
Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Now it's the second baseman, Adley Rutschman. 0 for 1 so far.
Rutschman.
Ball 1.
That one found hard the other way. 2 down, nobody on. There's a swing and a drive. Grisham sprinting for this one. And it one-hops the wall. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Up next for the Orioles, the first baseman.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And that's ripped for a base hit. Here comes Rutschman around third. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, a big 2-out hit, and the game is tied.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Samuel Basallo getting ready to hit. His first at bat was a strikeout. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground, right side. And that one handled. Whips it to first. Out number 3. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. All even at 1 apiece. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show. Back now in the Bronx. And stepping in for the Yankees, Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge.
You know, these Yankees, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
The 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Cody Bellinger.
An 0-0 count. Not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
On the ground, right side, Rutschman fires over to first. Already 2 gone here in the home fourth.
The third baseman, Ahmed Rosario.
So digging in, Ahmed Rosario. Fly to center his first time.
Nope, outside.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Lifted in the air, right field. And that's the 3rd out. 5th inning coming up. Tied at 1. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. And now the right fielder, Dylan Beavers.
You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
The 0-2. And that's outside.
Ball.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
I'm not saying it wasn't a strike or, you know, it was a ball, whatever, but just the location with that velocity. It's hard enough to, even if the velocity's not great, but that velocity, that location, tip your cap.
And a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Out towards right center field. That one gets down for a hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Mayo.
Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Mayo. Fly to center his first time. Here comes the 0-1.
Ball, that's too high.
Weathers fires. And now
That's
it's
ball
3-2. Challenge from behind the dish here. And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. Still 2 challenges left for them.
Up next for the Orioles, the third baseman, Blaze Alexander.
Hey!
Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. And the runner stays where he is. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Squirts away a little bit to second, but he's in there easily. And now a man into scoring position.
Going to have to buckle down and make a pitch or two to get out of this little jam he's worked himself into after the 2-out hit, then that wild pitch. Good time to step off, take a deep breath.
Man at second. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. That one to first. And that chance handled. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Halfway home. All even. 1 apiece. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Chisholm Jr.
Up the middle, and he can't come up with it. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, first base,
Hey!
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Strike 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow,
that pitch is out.
climb back into this at bat through the count.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Fastball almost got him there. The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. And that is ball 4, and the Yankees are in business.
Not the start to this inning he was hoping for on the mound. Now he's going to have to really dial it up against the bottom part of this lineup to get out of this jam.
Austin Wells, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Here's your 1. And that one fouled off. First and second, no outs. Last half of inning number 5. In the dirt. Nothing happening on the bases, though.
Fastball
Really good
2.
take, especially with 2 strikes.
Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. First and second here, no outs. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The 2-2 now. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Brings it in.
Up next for the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12, Grisham.
In the dirt, blocked. Fires to second,
Safe.
almost got him, but he scrambles back safely. 2 on, 1 out. Check swing, went around, and it's 1-1.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Way out front for strike 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 1-2.
Ball.
One out. The go-ahead run is at second. In there, sets him down on strikes. Grisham wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball, and that one did miss, and the strike is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Payoff pitch, and they're all
Take your
loaded
base,
up.
ball 4.
Well, Boog, it's been said these guys are savages in the box. You can see it right there with such tight plate discipline.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Golden opportunity right here. Fouls away the first offering. And fouled off. 1 out, bases full. Pitch misses inside. Now 1-2. Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Keegan Aiken appears to be getting loose. Cano warming up as well. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
That misses the zone, and now it's 3-2.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Payoff pitch. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building. Grounds one to short. Henderson off balance feed. There's one. Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning.
Just trying to sneak one through with the bases loaded, but an excellent job by the defense to turn that one and get out of this jam.
Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Leading off, Gunnar Henderson.
Orioles, the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Let's go, Yankees.
Oh, he
Nope.
doesn't get
Ball
the
one.
call. Ball one.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
And that's
No,
off
inside.
the inside edge. And that's ball two. Activity in the bullpen for the Yankees. Camilo Doval getting ready to go. Cruz getting loose as well. Swinging a foul out of play. That one fouled off. Next
That's
pitch
ball
misses, and the count's full. Struck him out swinging. Strikeout number 8.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
And that's in for a strike. It's 0-1.
This game has been so tight, feels like the next team to score will win it.
That one ripped right center field. Way back there, it's got a chance. And it's off the wall. The relay to second, and in there with a double off the wall.
Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 2. That's to third. Rosario. Off balance throw in time. Now 2 away.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone. So next to hit for Baltimore, Samuel Basallo.
Ball one.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Go-ahead run at second, and we're in the top half of the 6th. And that one fouled off.
That's ball 2.
Two on, 2 outs. Stays alive. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a pop-up. And that's the 3rd out. Orioles strand a couple. Still tied 1-1. Bottom of the 6th. And stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice.
Number 22, Ben Rice.
Off the
Ball,
mark
that's
there.
low.
Ball one. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Andrew Kittredge, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. Number 48 also throwing.
Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
2-0. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And
That's ball 3.
Here's an opportunity to do some damage and perhaps unlock this offense. 3-1 count. Be ready to turn on a fastball.
3-1 now. It's a leadoff walk.
Take your base.
And that's the go-ahead run.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Kyle Bradish won't go any further, and a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game, new arm out of the pen when we get back.
Now pitching for
Pitching change here, Keegan Aiken. This is his third time out this year.
Wow, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
That's a ball.
The 1-1.
Inside, ball 2.
Missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think. Oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
This one gets away as he can't handle it behind the plate. Throw to second, not in time. He's there easily.
Looked like that four-seamer just kept rising on him, and he couldn't get the mid up in time to catch it. Kind of makes me wonder if that was a cross-up or maybe just way more run than he was expecting. Either way, should have had it.
Man at second. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. There comes the runner. Here comes the throw. Safe. And a 2-1 ball game now.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. No outs. Runner at first. And next will be the cleanup hitter. Cody Bellinger has grounded out a couple of times.
Ball 1.
Cut on and missed. Good changeup right there. And the count 1-1. 1 on, nobody out. A run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Ball.
Two down. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 1 away.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Third baseman, Ahmed Rosario.
And that's
Ball,
a little
that's
bit
upstairs.
high. And that is ball 1. One-run game, one out, one on.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
In the air, right field. Beavers settles under this one, and there's 2 down.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz Chisholm
So up
Jr.
next for New York, Jazz Chisholm Jr. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out into center field. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Here's a 1-1.
Could be some
2.
action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
The 2-1. That's inside.
In.
Austin Wells on deck for the Yankees. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Swings through that. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. That is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show.
Now pitching for the
Welcome
Yankees,
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the
75,
mound. Camilo Doval. He has a great slider with tons of movement. Now it's the right fielder, Dylan Beavers.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
Looking to get the tying run on base. That smash towards center. Grisham on the move, and he hauls it in.
Now off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base, maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one.
And he drops it down the third baseline. Picks it up with a bare hand. Not in time. That's a bunt single.
Up next for the Orioles.
Nearly a highlight reel play at third, but the bare hand grab still wasn't enough to get the out. Great effort to make that play as close as it was, though.
Kobe Mayo, the next to hit for the Orioles. Quick toss to first. Taveras dives back in safely. Runner takes off. Pitch
Off the plate,
misses.
ball 1.
Throw.
Safe.
Save. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
Looks like the base runner had a pretty good feel on the pitcher's move. After that pick over, seemed to settle in, and he took off right away. Nice job of stealing second right there.
Aye.
Check on the runner. Tavares back in on a dive.
Good wheels out there on second, and he's getting a pretty big lead right now. Definitely looking to score on any hit to the outfield.
So the tying run at second.
Aye.
Pitch in for a strike. And the count 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout.
Such a challenge when a guy's got great velocity. He's throwing a slider over 90 miles per hour. You want to be ready to hit that fastball, but that late break just eats you up every time.
Aye.
Man on second, 2 down.
Ball. That pitch is up.
Tap back to the mound. On the run, throw to first.
He's out.
1 hit, 1 left. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1. It's an AL East matchup here on MLB The Show.
Now pitching for the
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Yennier Cano.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Here's the Yankees catcher now, Austin Wells.
Austin Wells.
That's a ball.
Cano, in his 4th year, he features a sinker, a slider, a changeup, a 4-seamer, and occasionally works in a splitter. Slapped foul. Breaking ball in there, got him looking, and that's the first out.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Hey.
Foul ball. The 0-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing that they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
Goldie in the box now. No balls and a strike. That's in there. That's strike 2. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Outside low. Going to count 1-2.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 7th. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1.
Now pitching for the
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Fernando Cruz.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
The shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Ball, that's out.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout.
Pretty good strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down one. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Nope, that's a ball.
The Yanks holding on to a 1-run lead, and we're in the top of the 8th. Check swing called strike. That's strike one. Swing and a bouncer. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th.
For the Orioles, the second baseman, Adley Rutschman.
And next for the Orioles, Adley Rutschman. 1 for 3.
Well, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax, and let it naturally happen.
Just missed. Pete Alonso waiting on deck if they extend the inning.
Plenty of pop in his bat, so he could give them the lead with 1 swing if he gets the chance.
2 down, nobody on. In the air, left field, Bellinger in a full sprint. Reaching for it, makes the catch. So they go quietly there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Yankees 2 and the Orioles 1. Back in the Bronx and stepping in for the Yankees, Ben Rice.
Number 22, Ben Rice.
That one outside. Ball 1.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
That one's in there, and it's 2-1.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
That's
Ball
off the
3.
mark. Full count now. In the air to left center. Taveras settles under it. And there's 1 down.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Tap foul at the plate. Judge comes up empty there. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
He was all over that one. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Here comes Cody Bellinger. And the 0-1. Breaking ball, and that got him.
Got it. First base.
Up next for the Yankees, the third baseman, Orioles.
In there for strike one. Runners at first and second with one gone. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
0-1.
This one in the air, right field. Foul! It's just foul. 2 on, 1 out. Swing, and he popped it up. Base hit into the outfield. Throw back in, holds the runner at third. Base is now loaded. Only one away.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps up for a big at bat. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer.
Hey!
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
So they're all loaded up. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Puts it in the air out towards left center. And he makes the catch. Runner tagging from third. The relay throw. Safe! And they add to their lead as the run scores from third.
They had a chance to add to their lead right there, and they did with the sac fly. Nice job of getting it done. Really good execution with that at bat.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Yennier Cano gives way. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for the
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles, Tyler Wells.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Este.
Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Two on, 2 outs. And there's a foul ball. Called out on strikes. They limit the damage here. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. Through 8 full, the Yankees lead it 3-1. Last chance coming up for the Orioles. Coming up on the first pitch, Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. And with that, we're underway in the Bronx. Now the 0-1. To the right side. Rice steps on the bag, and an easy out to start the game.
Number 3, Taylor Ward.
That one hammered, but pulled foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensure safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Almost got him.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. Nice, efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out.
Ruckman.
Here's Adley Rutschman.
Nope.
Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's off the plate.
That's
That's
a little
ball
high.
3.
And now 3-0.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Fought off foul. So now 3-2. Line drive and foul ball. High fly ball, right field. He's there. He's got it. And that'll do it. Back in the Bronx and getting the start for Baltimore, Kyle Bradish. What do we have on him? Here's Paul Goldschmidt. This one in the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Batting second, the first baseman, number 22, Ted Wright.
Aye.
The 0-1. Slider
Ball,
misses
that's outside.
outside.
Oh, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the
That's ball
infield.
2.
That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. That one almost got him. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Batting third.
One out man at first. It's Aaron Judge now.
Judge.
Ball 1.
The 1-0. And he grounds one back up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze
No,
it
he's
to
safe.
first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit.
Goldie, the lead runner out at second. Judge over at first with one away. Stops it on a slide. Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play. And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Hey! Second and third, 2 down. Fouls away the first offering.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And that's the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium, here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso.
Ball 1.
Swing and a ground ball. Nice grab. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
That is it. The catcher, Samuel Basallo.
Ball upstairs.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. Ball to strike. The pitch. Foul ball there. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out number 2. Dylan Beavers, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Dylan Beavers.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt popping. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
That misses.
Nope. Outside.
Now 3-1. That one fouled off. 2 down, nobody on. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4. And that's their first base runner of the game. Runner on the move. Pitching for a strike. Throws, gives past him. And they won't get him, and he goes first to third on the error. Top of the zone for a called strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. And that will end the inning. Back at Yankee Stadium, we head to the bottom of the second. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Out towards right center field. Rutschman in position. And there's one away.
Yeah, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. This one in the air. And a couple of quick outs. Austin Wells stepping in now for the Yankees.
Hey!
0-0 here in the bottom of the second. Strike two.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Good job to fight that one off. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count.
Well, he hasn't gotten the result yet, but it's got to feel pretty confident. 3 foul balls in a row. He's right on this guy.
That one way inside. Got him swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Top half of the third inning. Now here's the Orioles DH, Mayo.
Ball 1.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. Hit on the ground to short. Caballero to first, and one away in the top of the third.
Batting ninth, the third baseman, Blaze Alexander.
Ball inside.
Top of the third, no score.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Too high. Ball.
And he swings through that one.
Sold it really well with the arm speed. Swung underneath it, so a changeup that stayed a little bit more on plane than what he was anticipating.
And here's a 3-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Gunnar Henderson will hit next. Grounded out his first time up.
I'm surprised with how patient they've been against the fastball. They've taken a few for strikes now. I'd like to see him show some confidence by attacking those pitches.
Out to short. Oh, look at the stop. To first.
He's in there.
First, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
Bang, bang at first. Great hustle to beat that one out. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Ball 1.
The next pitch misses. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Safe, he's in.
Over to first, and he's saved. Here's a 2-0. In the air, out towards right center. Judge under it. And that is that. Back for more from the Bronx. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees. And that one is in for a strike at 95. 0-1. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. And a swing and a miss. That K is his third of the game.
The designated hitter, Paul Goldschmidt.
Hey!
Popped in the air, left field. Ward takes it in for the out. And there are two down. Now the number 2 hitter, Ben Rice. Went down on strikes his first time through. And that one hammered. Fair ball.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
And ball 1 to Judge. Rice leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that's
foul ball.
just foul. One now. Fouled off. He was late.
The
That's a
only
ball.
adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
3-2 now. So a
That's ball
walk
4.
puts
Take
runners
your
at
bait.
first and second.
Up next for the Yankees,
First and second,
the left
2
fielder,
outs.
Cody.
Cody Bellinger. And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. He's 0 for 1.
Outside, that's a ball.
The Yankees looking to strike first here in the last half of the third. Sliced hard but foul. The 1-1.
Could be
That's
some
ball
action
2.
here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Left field. Base hit. Runner around third. Relay throw home. Safe. And the runner from second scores on the play. And it's 1-0.
That's a ball.
Two on, 2 outs. And
Ball,
that
that's up there.
misses. And the count now 2-0. On the ground to the left. And it goes just foul. Now fly ball to right center. He's got it. And that is that. On to the fourth. Here's the second baseman, Adley Rutschman. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Hard hit to third. Rosario tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Orioles, the first baseman, number 25, Pete Alonso.
Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats.
Ball, that's out.
And that is downstairs. 2-1. Fastball the inside corner for a strike. Breaking ball misses down and away. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's 2 away. Now the Orioles catcher, Samuel Basallo. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Basallo, in his rookie season, just 21 years old. And he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Ball.
Late swing, foul to the left. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Back in New York, bottom of the 4th, Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees.
Chisholm Jr.
You know, these Yankees showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Ball 2.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. The 2-2. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Yankees, the shortstop, Jose Caballero.
In there for strike 1.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. And that one hit to first. Alonso takes it himself. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th. Austin Wells digs in now. He was a strikeout victim his first time. He swings and fouls one off. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's
Inside.
it.
And now it's even 1-1. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Ball 2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And it remains 2-2. battling here as he fouls it away. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next.
Come on, Austin.
To the right side, and foul ball. Not close with that one. Full count now.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Swings and misses. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. We go to the top of the fifth. Digging in, Dylan Beavers.
Dylan Beavers.
And that is out of play.
You know, these Orioles doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. Starter's leash has to be getting tighter with his pitch count where it is, but so far he's been really effective in this
That's
one.
inside.
You know, sometimes it just takes getting to the bullpen in order to be able to score runs, and that might be the case today.
Foul tip, and he hangs on for strike three. Trying to bunt his way
That
on.
ball's foul.
And that's just foul. The 0-1. That one in there across the letters. That's inside.
Ball one.
And the count 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The Orioles down by a run, and we're at the top of the fifth. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Next offering misses down and away.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They've got him working hard out there.
Stays alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
In an era with a lot of swing and miss and strikeouts, you gotta love an at bat like this. No one giving in.
Good job to fight that one off. 3-2 now. Out to short, and it finds its way through for a hit. And after grinding through that at bat, he gets the best of him.
That was a really nice at bat. Made him work pretty hard out there on the mound. You see,
New pitcher for the Yankees, Jake Bird.
still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Stepping in, Kobe Mayo. Mayo in the box here and fouls it off for strike 1. The 0-1. And ball 1. A little out front there as he swings through it. Just off the inside corner. 2-2.
That's a really good take.
Swing and a pop-up. 2 down. Blaze Alexander, the next to hit for the Orioles. He's 0 for 1.
Alexander.
Quick move to first, and he's back in on a dive. Runner takes off. It's
Ball,
in the
that's
dirt.
down.
Safe at second, and that was not close. That's
Ball,
outside.
that's out.
Ball 2. Late swing, fouled off. Man at second. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. In the dirt. Runner holds, and it's a full count. Towards first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Back now in the Bronx, bottom of the inning. Trent Grisham stepping in now for the Yankees.
Trent Grisham.
Hard ground ball, base knock. And a good start to the inning.
Everything came together for him. Everyone's trying to elevate the ball in today's game, but if you can hit a ball that hard on the ground, it's going to find some holes.
Hey!
The 0-1. And a foul ball. Outside. Ball 1. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Henderson over to second. A sensational double play. And here's the first baseman, Ben Rice, cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying. And in one hops the wall. The relay not going to get him. He's in there.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. You see a ball come off the bat like that, you know it was pretty much a perfect swing. And for me, I start wondering, and I'm looking on the computer, what was the exit velocity? This time 106.
Ball, that's outside.
Runner at second, 2 down. Last half of inning number 5. Judge rips that one. That's a base hit. Grounds third, headed for the plate. In comes the run from second. Throw cut off to second. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson. In the air to left center. One up, one down.
Up next for the Orioles, the left fielder, number 3, Taylor Ward.
Ball, that's in.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Got him swinging. 2 up, 2 down.
Up next for the Orioles, the second baseman.
Out of the bullpen for the Yankees, Ryan Yarbrough.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Rutschman in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. You always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
2 down, nobody on. That one to first, and a foul ball.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Out to short. Slings to first. Rutschman retired. That ends the inning.
Now pitching for Baltimore.
So a lefty out of the
Number
pen,
45,
Keegan Aiken.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
And here comes Bellinger. Ball one on the pitch inside.
You know, these Yankees really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen. Now, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
On the ground, and it goes just foul. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or two, that's just such a tone setter for the game, and it puts the other team back on their heels, and it instills a lot of confidence in your lineup from top to bottom.
Here's a 2-2. Fastball is outside. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Bellinger gets his lead at first with nobody out. Too low, ball 4. And after that long battle, he's aboard representing the tying run. Now Jazz Chisholm Jr. steps up for a big at bat. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
Ball.
Swung on, belted. Carrying well. And that one becomes property of the beast. He'll take a jog around the bases. And they tack on to their lead. It's 5. Yennier Cano will take over here.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
0-1.
Nobody out with 3 runs in already this frame here in the bottom of the 6th. And it's fouled off. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Going back on this one. Stretches out and hauls it in. Here's the catcher, Austin Wells. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Tried to backdoor
outside.
with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though. Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
Missed with a changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Just
Ball 3.
misses. Ball 3. Chop to first. Alonso tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. And there's 2 away.
For the Yankees, the center fielder, number 12,
That clips the corner. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep both their challenges. And the 1-0. Foul ball. Here's a 1-1. That one pushed foul. And
Ball,
this is
that's
inside. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Makes the catch up against the wall. Back in the Bronx. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Pete Alonso. Right through there for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
Yarborough, 34-year-old vet, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2014.
Ball, that's out.
High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Judge under this one. 1 away.
Up next for the Orioles, the catcher, Samuel Vassallo.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. Bellinger settles underneath it. Takes it in for the out. So next to hit for Baltimore, Dylan Beavers. A strikeout and a walk. Foul ball there. Two down, nobody on.
Ball, that's out.
There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
That one hit to right. Judge should have this one. And that is that. Back here in New York, in now is the Yankees DH, Paul Goldschmidt.
Paul Goldschmidt.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Ground ball left side. And foul ball. Here's a 2-1. Swing and a foul straight back. That
That's
misses.
ball three.
Full count now. Got him swinging for the K. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea.
The first baseman, number 22, Sam Wright.
Gets the slider in there for a strike. Cano, a guy that features an absolute power slider, throws that pitch a lot. He throws it hard and gets a ton of swings and misses.
Ball.
And I think being able to expand with that pitch as you start to offer at it that he can move it just a little bit further away. Before you know it, you're trying to hit a pitch that's off the plate.
Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. The relay throw.
Up next for the Yankees, the right fielder.
Now it's Aaron
99,
Judge up to the plate.
Aaron Judge.
Hey!
Man at second. Judge over the top. That's way outside. And the count 1-2.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Yankees.
Coming on for the Orioles, Tyler Wells.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it. He had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Tap to first. The flip to the pitcher covering, and Bellinger is out. Inning over on the ground out. Took just 2 pitches to finish the frame out of the bullpen. Back at Yankee Stadium, ready to begin the 8th. Here's Leody Taveras. And first offering is fouled off. Way out front for strike 2.
Just a little too quick on that. Front shoulder, front hip, front foot. Everything comes open. No way of making contact with that one.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Tapped back up the middle. Jazz tosses to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
For the Orioles, the designated hitter, Mayo.
Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. Oh, 1 down. Swing and a miss.
Ball 1.
The Yanks leading by 5, and we're in the top of the 8th. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Up next for the Orioles.
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Tim Hill.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
2 down, bases empty. At the plate, Blaze Alexander.
Off the plate, ball 1.
That's
That's
down
ball
and in.
2.
Pitch
Nope,
misses
that's a
there.
ball.
Ball 3. And that one is in for a strike. Check swing called strike. Full count now. And a swing and a miss. That's out number 3. Back at Yankee Stadium, and stepping in for the Yankees, Ahmed Rosario.
Rosario.
Hey!
Let's go, Yankees!
Here's the 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. The 0-2. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
That one at the knees for a strike. Now he's challenging the called strike. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. Still 2 challenges left for them. Now a quick throw to first. Rosario dives back in. Rosario aboard here at first with nobody out. Swings and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Nope, inside, ball 2.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Comes a 2-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 2-2. Just
Ball, that's
misses
too
with
high.
that one. And they'll do it again.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Back up the... Oh, they got him! To first, and
No,
he beats
he's
it.
safe.
Everyone's safe.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Caballero in the box now. Takes strike one. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count is 0-2. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
Next for the Yankees, the catcher, number 28, Este. Well.
In this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
Fouled off left side. Two on, one out. Just misses the mark outside the zone. And an ABS challenge coming from behind the dish. Pretty close, but it was a ball. One challenge remaining for them now.
Ball 2.
Stays alive. Runners at first and second with one gone. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Up next for the Yankees.
Now it's Trent Grisham to the plate. 1 for 3.
Grisham.
That's outside.
Two on, 2 outs. So now 1 and 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Henderson there with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Back in the Bronx, here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson.
Yeah.
Next offering is fouled back.
No. Inside.
He
That's
really
ball
committed
2.
to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Nope. Ball one. Hey!
Check swing, but he went too far. That is strike two.
Ball inside.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. So the call stands. So they'll lose their first challenge. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Hit on the ground to the right side. And a foul ball. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. The 2-2 on the way. And that's downstairs and outside. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Runner on at first with one gone. So next to hit for Baltimore, Adley Rutschman. Out towards right center field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Around second, on his way to third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And the Orioles down to their final out. Left-hander out of the bullpen, Brent Hedrick.
Well, he struggled quite a bit, so this is another opportunity to get on the right track. He's given up more than one hit per inning pitch so far this season.
Basalo,
Ball,
the
that's
next
outside.
to hit, takes outside. The Orioles down 5, trying to battle back here at the top of the ninth. That one
that's
missing
off the plate.
inside.
Ball two.
Fouls one off. 2-2. The Orioles down to their final strike. And
Ball,
that's
that's
way
high.
3-2 now. Got it. That's the ball game.
I don't care if you're a top team or you're a middle-of-the-pack team. Every ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look forward to coming out again for the next one.
5-0 the final in this